This video is for those of you who've been holding off on your dreams due to the fears you face on the daily. I feel like there's three main fears that we all face, and this especially holds true for myself. The first one is fear of judgment from others. I'm not sure if this is like a human thing or just it just naturally happens, but as I've grown up throughout high school and even college, I've always wanted the validation from others, whether it be how I dressed, am I part of the cool kids, if I say this or if I do that, will they accept me into their group? And a lot of people, especially younger, when you're younger, growing up, you want that validation because it's like a sense of pride, sense of acceptance, like I belong here, you know? But that gets us to the point where we start doing things to appease those people. And you're doing things to appease those people, but you're not. Do you really want to do that for you? No. Like I've fallen victim to this, doing things so and so would invite me to that party, so and so thinks I'm cool enough to go to the party, you know? And at the end of the day, like posting a video on YouTube, speaking out my true opinion, not saying what I truly feel because I feel like I'm gonna hurt the feelings of others. At the end of the day, like, who gives a fuck, bro? Like, no one cares. Like, I'm to the point where I don't really give a fuck, like, about other people. Not in the sense of, like, I'm gonna just do whatever, like, start fucking beating people up in the street. But to the point where their opinion doesn't really, it's cool, but, like, at the end of the day, like, doesn't really matter. Like, I was trying to appease people that didn't really care what I was doing. So we do things for people. We're so caught up in like trying to do things to appease people, but a majority of the time they could care less about what you're doing. You know, they're worried about their own selves. They're worried about the problems they're dealing with. So they can give two shits about what you're going through, you know? So why am I trying to get so-and-so's validation where I might not even be cool with them a month from now, 2 months from now, a couple of years from now? You know, all the people that I try to seek validation from in high school, a majority of those people I don't talk to at all. Like, I still got my squad, whatever. And those are people, like, you're gonna be my day ones. But like, I was trying to be cool, be so down for those people that don't matter. I'm letting the judgment get to me. And my point is, we let the fear, especially I let the fear of what people think of me, especially when I'm posting on YouTube or whatever it is, speaking my voice. I let those fears stop me from doing certain things that I want to do in my life because I feel like, oh, if I say this, what will they think of me? If I say this, will he be my friend? Will she be my friend? I don't care now. Like, I'm starting to get to the point, I'm 27, I really don't give a fuck. And I don't know what it is, just maybe that's a thing that happens when you get older. But I'm not gonna let the opinions of others influence me anymore. You know, I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna do me because I'm not a cat. I don't have 9 lives. I'm here on this planet once. When I'm recording this video today, it's gonna be the youngest I'll ever be. So this very moment is the youngest you'll ever be for the remainder of your life. So am I really gonna let Jane or Billy over there opinion really influence what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life? Nah. But that was a big fear for me for a very, very, very long time. Very long time. And And the second fear that's holding us back from achieving our goals is the fear of failure. So I'm an amateur boxer, and occasionally we'll go to other gyms to spar other kids. And this certain day, we went to a gym where there were some nice boxers, like some pro boxers, high-level amateur boxers. I've been in the ring plenty of times, sparred plenty of times, but this particular moment or this particular day, just as I'm driving to the gym, I'm just thinking in my head, like, just nervousness. But for me, it was like, do I belong in the ring with those kids? Am I good enough? Will I get knocked out? Will I get knocked down? Will I embarrass myself in front of these kids? Because I don't even know how many people will even be there, but I don't want to embarrass myself. And it was that fear of just like failing or not being good enough just kept creeping in my mind. And I just had to I kept reminding myself as I was like warming up, putting hand wraps on, doing my little jump rope. I kept reminding myself, even if I do fail, it's part of the process, especially with boxing, but it's just part of growing. So like, why am I fearing that? It's part of succeeding. Failure is part of succeeding. If you look at any role model that you look up to, they failed more than they succeeded, but we just see the success, we see that, so we think that's all there is to them, but they failed a million times over. Whether they lost in whatever, in the ring, fighting, boxing, whatever, they've lost. But we only see the success and we think that's all there is to them. So we think failure is like, oh, I'm a failure at life. No, failure is just a lesson. So I just kept reminding myself of that in the ring, and that calmed me down. Like, even if I did get knocked down, even if I didn't do the best in sparring, I'd just take it as a lesson to improve. It's not a failure. I don't know who made up this line, but it's not failure. It's only failure when you quit. If you keep going, bounce back, it's not failure. It's just a lesson that you're going through at that very moment. And when I just reminded myself of that, I just felt just like a sense of relaxation. Once I got in the ring, I'm like, I've done this 1,000 times, and like, whatever, so be it if I get knocked down. So be it. It happens. It's a sport. So you just have to remind yourself, it's life. It happens, It's a part of life. It's bound to happen. So like, just take it on the chest, take it on the chin, just continue, It's just part of growing, part of getting better. Like, are you too cool to fail? Are you too cool to try? Just try. You fail, you go back to the drawing board. I'm trying with this. Like, if I make a shitty video, I'm back to the drawing board, adjust, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep posting. I'm gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep whatever. And you should do the same. The third and final fear that I feel like a lot of us have, and I feel like this is the biggest one, but it's not talked about enough, is the fear of succeeding. So I feel like once we do get to wherever we were looking to go, we just are scared of the new responsibilities. We're scared of our potential, of like, do I deserve this? Am I meant to be here? Is this for me? And it is. You put in the hours, you put in the work, you've grinded. I'm assuming you've grinded. You put in the countless blood, sweat, tears to get wherever you ended up going. So don't let the fear of success cap your potential. That often goes through my mind, like, once I do get to the the destination, or once I do get to where I'm trying to go, will that make me happy? And I can't think of it as once I get the goal, then I'll be happy. It's more so the input or the journey as opposed to the final, even though it's cliche, but the destination. It's more so the journey than the destination. And this is a true statement, even though as corny as it sounds, you have to enjoy the process of getting to where you want to go. But when I also think of fear of success, I think of like the resentment or the hate, because a lot of the times once you start doing better than other people, they start hating on you for no reason, just because they ain't doing shit with their life. So I'm gonna talk down on him because he's actually doing shit. It's just bound to happen. Like, LeBron got hate. He's the GOAT. He got hate. It don't matter who you are. You're just gonna get hate. It's part of the game. Part of the process. But yeah, with success, man, it's just, am I worthy of getting the things, or not necessarily the things, but am I worthy to be in this position that I worked for? And yeah, you are. You worked for it. That's why you're there. I just have to remind myself that. And that's a very, very big one that holds a lot of us back. And the whole point of this video, the whole point of me speaking today, is to not let those fears that I mentioned, or just fears in general, hold you back from achieving anything. We're not cats. We don't have 9 lives. We don't get multiple chances at life. Like, we can't just create a new character. So our time is limited on this earth. So why are you gonna let other people, fear of failure, and also the fear of success, hold you back from being the person you want to be? At the end of the day, we all, as morbid as it sounds, we all die. So whatever that thing is, just do it. We're only here for a limited amount of time. So why are you gonna waste it living your whole life in fear?